Okay, so what's up? It's your girl Survivor Speaks. I don't think that um you can hear me at first. What's up, Allie? Thank you so much for jumping in on such short notice. So there are some like conflicting stories regarding the uh D4VD and the Celeste Rivas Hernandez case. So I'm going to be reading two articles and showing you a video. As a matter of fact, let me look here and see if let me look here and see if I want to see which one of these reports were written. So November 24th. All right, and this one was written on the same day. So I have two different articles that I'm going to read and show a video. I'm hoping that in the video, because I did not watch it before, I actually did not watch it before I was sleeping. And so I guess after today, there will be no updates, and I'm getting ready to show you why in a minute. So I guess I'll do this one first. The first case that we'll be reading from, the first case. Oh my goodness. The first article that we'll be reading from is from Fox 11. However, I do need to go ahead and run my intro, give a shout out to my sponsor, and I'll be right with you.
Survivor Speaks is the name at the end of the day. People love me or hate me, I don't care either way. Breast cancer busted through like a leaf in the night. A cancer's ass was knocked out before the end of the fight. A cheer for y'all, coming through, knocking everything out. This is hard, if you see, I do nothing for clout. Just like cancer, I'll let nothing take me out. So be respectful when you step foot inside of my house. Over here to have your ass escorted on out. So hop up out the bushes, wipe your feet, take a seat, and get comfortable and chill with your girl. Survivor Speaks, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Who, what? I'm Survivor Speaks. What time is it? What time is it? It's time for you to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you get a notification each and every time that I go live. Yeah, it's Survivor Speaks and it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Peace.
This video is being shown to you under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Smash that like button. Let's go. This live stream is being sponsored by our partner, W. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics. W was formulated for anyone who wants to focus without jitters or a crash. Just mix one rounded scoop with 6 to 8 ounces of cold water and shake. Unlike other energy drinks, W prides themselves on actually developing a clean energy formula that is free from fillers, maltodextrin, and artificial coloring. It comes in a variety of flavors. Go over to www.w.gg, that's www.w.gg, and use my code SurvivorSpeaks to get 10% off of your first order. What are you waiting for? Go over there, check them out.
All right, and we're back. So yeah, we're going to look at a video, and I'm going to read this article from Fox 11 News. The information is cited in the description. All right. So in this article, I'm going to read the article first in this case, right? So it says, as haunting new details emerge from sources close to the investigation of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, the 14-year-old, she'll forever be 14, whose remains were found in a Tesla registered to D4VD. The case has been removed from the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's website. So they placed a security hold on the case. So on Friday, November 21st, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner received a court order from the Los Angeles Police Department to place a security hold on the case. Therefore, no records or details, including the cause and manner of her unaliving, can be posted on the website until further notice. The department's mission is to have full transparency with the community by providing information about our cases to empower people to make changes that save their lives, said Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Odi Okpo. Since becoming a department head, I worked on eradicated the practices of placing security holds on medical examiner cases simply by law enforcement request. That is what the practice of security holds is virtually unheard of in other counties and has not been proven to improve outcomes in the legal system. We are dedicated to serving our community with full transparency. However, the law precludes us from doing so while the court order remains in this case. A previous request for a security hold was denied in September. On Monday, the LAPD said the hold was placed to ensure LAPD detectives receive information from the medical examiner before the public. So disturbing new details released. So it says here, TMZ recently reported the medical examiner may not be able to determine the teen's cause of her passing because her remains were partially frozen when they were discovered in early September. TMZ's Harvey Levin and attorney Mark Garrigle said in a recent episode of the Two Angry Men podcast that a second suspect has been identified in the case. David's mysterious trip to Santa Barbara. So the two also alleged D4VD took a trip to a remote part of Santa Barbara County in the spring, with Levin speculating this may have been where her body was dismembered. The LAPD, we're told, has gained access to that data and clearly that video. Levin said, I don't think they took Celeste to Santa Barbara County and unalived her, if that's indeed what happened to Celeste. Whatever happened probably happened somewhere else, maybe in LA. And the body was taken to Santa Barbara County, and maybe the body was dismembered there. Now, what I can't answer is how does it then end up in his trunk? And that's what I figure out. Levin said, I'm told it was just the trip itself. It was the confirmation of the social media. Garrigle's added. So everything that I just read actually came from TMZ. And so they're basically saying, just going over what TMZ reported. So Celeste Rivas Hernandez identifies a person
unalived in a D4VD Tesla. So the Tesla registered to David was towed after authorities said it was parked illegally in the affluent Bird Street neighborhood of the Hollywood Hills on September 8th. Workers at a Hollywood tow yard detected a foul odor coming from the vehicle. Rivas Hernandez was reported missing from Lake Elsinore on April 5th of 2024 when she was 13. TMZ reported David has been identified as a suspect in the case, but that has not been confirmed by the LAPD. In addition, no arrests have been announced in the investigation. While officials have said David has been cooperative, a source told people that was not the case and that he has not been cooperating with investigators. The singer has yet to make a statement about the investigation and has since hired a top criminal defense attorney. Okay. So they didn't dispute in this article that Celeste that it's not true. Well, that it's still true that Celeste remains were frozen. I'm gonna just take a look at this quick video.
Over the weekend, police say they shot and killed that suspect. Rachel Aragon is standing by at Burbank PD.
Okay, so why are we hearing this? And it says Celeste Rivas. Let me go to the bottom where her picture is. And this is probably just talking about the whole thing.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Get 0% APR for 60 months.
Okay, so let me bring it back. That just caught me way off guard. All right. So here's the video.
Whose body was found inside the trunk of a well-known singer. His vehicle may be hard to come by from this point forward. Why? Well, the LA County Medical Examiner's Office says they will comply with a court order from the LAPD to not authorize the release of any records or details tied to the investigation of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. This includes details on the 15-year-old's cause of death. The chief medical examiner states in part the practice of security holds is virtually unheard of in other counties and has not been proven to improve outcomes in the legal system. We are dedicated to serving our community with full transparency. However, the law precludes us from doing so while the court order remains in this case. Within the past week, TMZ reported that singer David being a suspect in her death and that his rental home was part of the investigation. TMZ reports a large freezer in that home is being looked at because the girl's body was reportedly frozen for months before her decomposed body was found in a trunk, and that car was registered to David.
So that is pretty interesting that they were court ordered to. That's pretty interesting that they were court ordered to shut this case down so you no longer can access. I understand they're saying that so you no longer can access information from the medical examiner's website and that they want the information coming directly from them. I have a theory. So that's reason one, reason number two, and then it's my theory. I believe that they shut down that medical examiner's website so that David or anyone that could be arrested in this case, so that they're caught off guard, right? So they don't want him knowing. They don't want their team knowing. And so, and I believe they did it also to try to flush people out. So that means flushing people out is You know, somebody knows something about this case. There are people that know about this case, and so far they have not come forward. But I believe that that's part of the reason too. So I'm going to read now another article from People. All right. I'm going to read another article from People, and they're claiming it's an exclusive article. Yeah, and yeah. So let's see. Let me bring it over. All right. So this is People. Their information will also be in the description. If you are here, if you could just tap that like button. It's a free way to support the show. I would greatly appreciate it. Once the stream is ended, you can hype the video. That's another free way to support the channel. And I would greatly appreciate that. Also, you do have an option of to donate via Cash App or Chime. And it's not mandatory, but it is welcome. Any money received from, what I like better. Any money received from any money donated to the platform. Oh my goodness. Normally it gets put back into the platform. All right. So this is the article from People. LAPD captain reveals what cops saw when Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found unalived in D4VD's trunk, and she wasn't frozen. So she wasn't frozen. This is what I mean. These articles were written on the same day. Okay, so they're saying she wasn't frozen. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was 14 when she was discovered inside the trunk of a Tesla belonging to musician D4VD in September. They have a picture of David. They have a picture of Celeste. There are numerous photos with Celeste wearing that very same do-rag that David has on in this picture that's currently on the screen. So, several pictures. Oh, okay. So this is the need to know they're saying. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was 14 years old when she was discovered unalived inside the trunk of a Tesla belonging to musician D4VD in September. LAPD captain and commanding officer for the robbery homicide, and that's homicide because I can't say the word correctly because of the guidelines, division. Scott Williams tells People exclusively that Rivas Hernandez was not decapitated and her body parts were not frozen. Celeste's body was not frozen, Williams says. She was not decapitated. The whole frozen thing doesn't even make sense. So Celeste Rivas was 14 when she was discovered unalive inside the trunk of a Tesla belonging to musician D4VD in September. And now the Los Angeles Police Department captain is debunking rumors surrounding her remains. LAPD captain and commanding officer of robbery homicide division Scott Williams tells People exclusively that Rivas Hernandez was not frozen and was not decapitated, as previously reported by local media. Celeste's body was not frozen, Williams says. She was not decapitated. The whole frozen thing doesn't even make sense. Her body was in the car for weeks. Williams continues, even if she had been frozen solid when she was put in the car, which there is no, and they put that in all caps, no, N-O, no, which there is no evidence to suggest she was. 5 or more weeks in the trunk of a car in sweltering heat in the middle of the summer would not have resulted in a partially frozen body being discovered on September 8th. So Rivas Hernandez was first reported missing from her Lake Elsinore, California home on April 5th of 2024. The Riverside County Sheriff's Office told the Los Angeles Times. Her body was found in the impounded Tesla in the Hollywood Hills on September 8th, one day after her 15th birthday, while D4VD, whose real name is David Anthony Burt, was on tour. Singer D4VD was identified as a suspect in her passing last week. A police source confirmed to People at the time. According to the police source, the singer has allegedly not been cooperative amid the ongoing investigation. The police source added that no criminal charges have been filed. The LAPD, D4VD's lawyer and a rep for the singer didn't immediately respond when previously contacted by People. The singer's representative previously told NBC Los Angeles that his client was fully cooperating with authorities. In September, investigators with the LAPD served a search warrant in connection with Rivas Hernandez's death at a home in Hollywood Hills where the singer was staying. Law enforcement sources previously told People the teen's cause and matter of her passing remains unclear. So on Monday, November 24th, the County of Los Angeles Department of the Medical Examiner announced that they received a court order initiated by the LAPD to place a security hold on Rivas Hernandez's case. The medical examiner said in the statement to People, so no records or details associated with the case, including the cause and manner of her passing and medical examiner report, can be released or posted on the website until further notice. The medical examiner said the department understands the public's interest in this case and remains committed to transparency when possible. Information will be made available once the court order is lifted. And there you have it. They are saying that she was not frozen, according to People. And the LAPD made sure to have that information released to the public. So, I guess they're trying to protect whatever information that they do have. And with this article coming out, the case is still moving forward. So that's all that I care about, is the case is moving forward. Let me go over here and see, because I am curious to see what TMZ. I want to see if they corrected anything. This is crazy. I'm to see if they recanted. All right, so I don't see anything on. Hold on. Oh yeah, that would be it. I don't see anything so far on the website. Let's see. Let me just make sure it's not under anything else. I don't believe that they do. All right. And so I want to just check one more thing. I want to check one more place. Allie, what are your thoughts about them now stating that the body was not for partially frozen and she was not, they said decapitated, but they did not say being decapitated or dismembered is two separate things. Normally when someone cuts off someone's head, they call that decapitated. But it wouldn't be a they definitely wouldn't call it a dismemberment. So I'm not sure if that maybe the latter is true, if she's been I'm not sure if that's, oh goodness, where is it? All right, there it is. So let me just see something really quick. I'm trying to get to the right place first. All right. Okay, so let me see. It doesn't make sense. She was, well, I was thinking the same thing, but the explanation that they were given, saying that the car can act as a cooler. I seriously think that they're trying to flush people out and have them start to talk. All right, let me see something here. Let's go. So I don't know what type of sources. So what are they talking about. So 9 hours ago, TMZ. Oh, this is Law and Crime. Hold on, let me bring over this video from Law and Crime. And so this is just from today. So, all right. This was just from today. Let's take a listen.
Now, allegations of a new second suspect and macabre details of how the body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was allegedly disposed of that will just make you sick. And again, this is the girl whose body was found in a car reportedly registered to the singer. If this is all true, it raises a whole new set of questions about what we can expect next. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime.
I did not want all that to play.
Major update in the Celeste Rivas Hernandez death investigation. So this comes after we reported last week how TMZ claims that they spoke with the LAPD and they allegedly said that an arrest is not imminent in this case. And it was also reported that singer David is being considered a suspect. There's been a little bit of back and forth on whether this is strictly a death investigation or officially a homicide investigation. The LAPD hasn't labeled this a homicide investigation per se. And of course, this comes as this 14-year-old girl was found in the trunk of a car allegedly registered to David back on September 8th out in LA. But the back and forth on this has been really, really confusing because the LAPD had come out at one point and said they weren't sure if there was a crime beyond concealment of the body. And we were all waiting for the official LA County Medical Examiner's results and toxicology reports to come in. To be clear, there have been no arrests in connection with Celeste's death. But now let's talk about what just happened. According to TMZ, sources close to the investigation tell them that Celeste's body was frozen, that it had actually been thawed out, that she had been decapitated, that her limbs had been severed and cut into pieces. Look, I'm sorry I have to say this, okay? I'm sorry I'm mentioning this, but this is the reporting. I hope it's not true. And I will add this, though, if it is true, the ME potentially can't determine a cause of death. Again, this is all according to TMZ. And actually, talking the ME, KTLA reported that Celeste's case number is 2025-14252. And when searching that number on the ME's page online, it had listed the cause of death as deferred pending additional tests. However, now, according to KTLA, that has changed on Friday. When you plug in that case number, all the fields are now empty. So KTLA has speculated whether that means a determination has been made in this case or whether there has been a security measure been put in place upon official release to the public. And sources apparently telling TMZ, though, that the cause and manner of death could ultimately be listed as undetermined. Now, if that's true, it raises a ton of questions, and it may explain some of the confusing elements of this case. And look, it should also be noted that TMZ is reporting that in the rental property in the Hollywood Hills, which was near where that Tesla was parked on Bluebird Avenue, seemingly abandoned before it was towed away to the tow yard and Celeste's body was found inside. In that rental property where David had apparently been staying, TMZ claims that if you look at photos from inside that house from a few years ago, there is a large KitchenAid refrigerator freezer. And they go into the dimensions and whether it's possible a mutilated body could fit in there. By the way, a search warrant was executed on that property and reportedly items were seized. But to be clear, this is all speculative, okay? This is all speculative. We're trying to put in the dots here. And you have to wonder if this reporting is true. That body was found in a hot car, right? It was reported that that Tesla had been there for weeks, even having been ticketed. So where was the body stored? When was it transferred? And I also have to mention this. TMZ had previously...
I'm going to go forward a little bit because I want to see.
Not only had been dismembered, but that had been frozen. And if it's that refrigerator freezer in the house or a freezer in the garage or some other place, it makes sense if they were so disorganized in either trying to hide her body or hide a crime that they may try to dismember her and freeze her there.
Let me get into that. And just so everyone's clear, the LAPD hasn't confirmed what exactly the relationship between Celeste and David was. There have been unconfirmed reports that the two were in a relationship. There's alleged images and video of them together. Again, we can't say with certainty.
All right, so they're not saying anything different than, but still reporting that the body, it was frozen. And so that is not what the LAPD is reporting. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. So, let me take this off the stage. Let's do it like that. Okay. So they're still reporting, and that was law and crime, that her body was frozen and decapitated. However, the LAPD has debunked that information. And so, like I said, I like to report when there's a change or an update from the police department, debunking something that was put out here. So that's what I wanted to what am I looking for? I'm looking for something, y'all. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so it's debunking the information that that was given to the public. And who knows, TMZ may have gotten that information, and because they want to protect the case, and now they have locked down the remove Celeste information from off of the medical examiner website. That could very well be true. Like I said, they debunked the theory that she was decapitated, but they didn't talk about the dismemberment. And I see that as a big them removing this the files makes me think that they don't want David or anybody in David's camp or anybody that is still in touch with David. They don't want and the cause of deaths, I think that they may not have one. They may not have a cause of death in this case. However, I believe that they're researching to see if this was a homicide or not. And in a way, I do agree with the medical examiner's office to remove the file, because I am pretty sure that David and his attorneys and the public that still likes him himself, have been on that medical examiner's website. And I believe that that information probably will be updated and will come out once David is arrested. So that's what I do believe. So Ali, yeah, you said, what, wouldn't the car have to be on and running for it to act like a cooler? It can't just act like a cooler and not be on, and even then not plugged in. It's like ice would eventually melt. So there is nothing to turn on in the Tesla. They're saying that because of the way that the front is insulated, you can use it as a Tesla. So my question would be, if you can use it as as a cooler, if you can use the front as a cooler, maybe they would have to have use some dry ice packs or something like that. I'm not sure. Only thing I'm saying is I'm coming on to clarify that there is absolutely no chance that Celeste was frozen or decapitated. So that's it, and that's all. If you have any comments and you're watching this video on the replay, please be sure to hit the like button or the and the hype button once. So the hype button does show even if they don't watch it. So as long as they don't play it, they do not offer the hype button during the stream. But once I end the stream, people can hype the video right away before even watching it. So hopefully that will happen. And if you are coming in and out, please hit that subscribe button with all of your notifications turned on. I'm looking forward to the outcome of this case, and I am hoping that some arrests are going to be made soon. So, with that being said, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I just came on just to update you on this case, because yesterday it was reported by TMZ that the body was found frozen and she was dismembered. So do with the information whatever you want to do with it, but each time that there's a new development is when you will see the Survivor Speaks channel go live and talk about this case. If nothing new is going on, then I am not going to be reporting on the case, because there is so much false information out there. I think that is sad that all of that information is out there, misguiding the people about this case, giving people hope about this case. David has never stepped into a courtroom. I saw that video saying he was sentenced. Disgusting. David hasn't even been questioned as of yet. But I do believe that they have, more evidence that can help them. So maybe that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. And if you want to hear or see more live coverage about the D4VD and Celeste Rivas Hernandez case, I will be reporting here once new developments are dropped. Okay. So it wouldn't be me if I didn't bring awareness that men get breast cancer too. Because of the stigma surrounding the word breast, we have changed the word to peck and/or chest cancer over here. So we want to continue to bring awareness that men get breast cancer too. And to all of my ladies, please make sure you're getting your mammograms, filling on your boobies to make sure that you are all right. All right. And don't you dare let anyone come into your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. I am Survivor Speaks. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for sticking around. Peace.
If you have made it to the end of the video, you are the real MVP. So don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.